Welcome back to the WHHI News. Joining me now via Zoom is Marissa Paykos. She's the owner and operator of Whippoorwill Farms. She went through quite a bad accident a while ago, thought she might have to lose the farm. First of all, Melissa, thanks for joining us, and tell us what happened.
Yeah, I had just a freak fall on the farm back in September of 2024, and I was pregnant at the time, and I had a compound fracture. I was out in the field, and it was really awful. I ended up with a bone infection and just a lot of complications through my pregnancy and things like that. And the baby delivered 10 months ago, and he's healthy. But yeah, we've still been working on my recovery. I just started being able to walk with a boot without crutches just a month ago. So it's been a long haul for me.
You're not kidding. It sounds like a very long haul. And I mean, knowing that bone infections are extremely serious, I mean, you could have even more serious problems with your foot, right?
Yeah, I was on PICC line antibiotics throughout almost my whole pregnancy, antibiotics after. I had my last checkup yesterday after my 9th surgery. So right now, everything looks like we're good to go for now. We're just kind of on this slow progress through, walking maybe normally again.
Okay, well, the reason you're on, part of the reason is because you are an entrepreneur. You figured out a way to keep your farm even though you could not be mobile. I would say something very creative. Tell us what you're doing and how that's helped you remain there at the farm. And you're in Ridgeland, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A huge customer base for us is our folks on Hilton Head Island. And, I think getting our start back at farmers markets a long time ago. But when the accident happened, I really had to turn away from farmers markets and kind of that, driving and staffing markets. And we really had to focus all of our attention with our staff on the farm. And so to keep the farm open, we really expanded our Lowcountry Farm Box program where we have monthly deliveries in Hilton Head, but also 2 pickups throughout the month at Redfish and also Hilton Head Coffee Company. And keeping that Farm Box subscription going and being able to expand upon that was there were a lot of ways that we kept our farm going, but revenue-wise, I mean, that was the only way that we were able to really keep our staff paid and keep them moving when I was in the hospital and throughout this whole ordeal that we've gone through.
How did you ever come up with the idea?
Back along, I'd say, I think it's been almost 5 years that we started the Farm Box. The weather being such a tremendous impact that it would have on like revenue with markets being closed. It was so hard to keep that revenue constantly flowing and being able to have full-time staff. So we started the Farm Box as a way to guarantee that we would always have income for the farm. And it's an amazing program with 100% customizable options from our farm and other local farms every month that you choose from. But, it was just a way to make sure that we stayed in business and having that Farm Box to be able to say, all right, we have this revenue stream that we can really lean in on to throughout my accident. It's what has kept our farm open.
Well, let people know if they're interested in something like this. What can you get in your farm boxes? How do you go about ordering them? Is it like a yearly, a monthly subscription? Give me a rundown, if you would.
Yeah, so it's a monthly subscription. It starts as low as $75 a month, goes up to $375. It's just basically a commitment to the farm that says, hey, I'm going to spend $75 to $375 a month feeding my family pasture-raised chicken, pork, beef, eggs, veggies. We also have honey, sourdough bread. We work with local fishermen for different, like right now we have shrimp and amberjack. And so you get to choose exactly what comes in your box every single month. And so you use that $75 to fill your box. And then we bring it to Redfish for pickup. We bring it to Hilton Head Coffee Company for pickup. We deliver it door to door on Hilton Head. We have a lot of deliveries. In Hilton Head, it's a $15 delivery fee. And so it's an easy program, and it helps keep not only our farm going, but it supports a lot of other farms and businesses too.
Well, Marissa Paykos, thank you so much for joining us here on the WHHI News.
Thanks so much for having me this morning.
And that's going to do it for this edition of the WHHI News. I'm Allie McNair. We'll see you the next time.